Hello, my dear students. Welcome back. In the name of Allah, the most merciful and the most compassionate. Now, let's get started quickly with our lesson, Unit 1, Semester B, Grade 10. Reading and understanding. We have to read first in this lesson, students will. Number 1, identify connected and odd words. Make predictions about stories using titles and illustrations. Read 2 stories for general and specific information. Convert direct speech to report speech, and this will be in a next video. Respond to stories with their own opinions. Also, targeted or the target language. The language, the vocabulary that you have to memorize them very carefully. Bear, this is an animal. Crowded, dim, fear, fox, gloomy, ice, junk, moon, president, scientist, sharp, trick. We go back to our course book or class book, page 4. Discuss. Number 1. Discuss. Read the titles of the story on this page and the story on page 5. This is page 5. Make some predictions about what happens in each story. What do you think will happen? Try to guess what will happen in this story from this picture. What can you see in this picture? I can see a fox is sitting on the ice on the polar, and this is a polar bear, and as you see it has a long tail, but in real life bears don't have such a long tail. And the fox is proud of his long tail, and he is fishing with his long tail. And the bear looked amazed. What are you doing? So we know that this fox is cunning, is clever, is very tricky, and this is naive, or this is a good animal, and this is a clever animal. So the fox is going to make a trick, to play a trick on the bear. I think this will happen. Okay, before we read the story, read and answer. Read these questions first and answer them after you read. How the bear lost its tail. This is the title. We know that bears don't have tails, but in this story or in this picture you saw that the bear has very long tail and very beautiful tail. Many years ago, bears had a long black tail. He was very proud of his shiny tail. He was proud of it, and he used to wave it around so that the other animals could admire it. One day, Fox saw Bear waving his tail around, and he decided to play a trick on him. It was winter. This is the setting. It was winter. The wind was blowing. Hard snow was falling, and ice covered the lake. Everything was icy. Fox walked onto a frozen lake and made a hole in the space. He made a hole in the ice. Soon Bear walked past and he saw Fox sitting on the ice. While Bear was watching, Fox put his tail in the hole and pulled out a huge fish. So the bear said, "Greetings," said Bear, looking at the fat fish next to Fox. "What are you doing?" The fox answered. "I am fishing," answered the fox. "This is the best way to fish. Would you like to try? Would you like to do it?" "Oh, yes," said the bear. The fox deliberately took Bear into a place which didn't have any fish. He cut a new hole in the ice and said, "Now turn your back to the hole and place your tail inside it. Soon a fish will come and you can pull him out." Him, it means the fish. You can pull the fish out. "But how will I know if a fish has grabbed my tail if my back is turned?" asked the bear. "I'll hide and watch," said the fox. "When I see a fish pull your tail, I'll shout, and you must quickly pull your tail out of the water. But don't move until I tell you." Bear said, "I will do exactly as you say." He sat down next to the hole and placed his long, beautiful black tail in the icy water. While Bear was patiently waiting, Fox crept quietly back to his own house and curled up in his warm bed, and he slept for a long time. And we know that bears are patient. The next morning, he returned the next morning. He waited for a long time, the whole night. The fox went back to the lake. When he arrived, the bear was still waiting for Fox to tell him to pull his tail out of the lake. Fox crept very close to the bear's ear, took a deep breath, and shouted, "Now, Bear!" Quickly, Bear jumped up and pulled his long tail out of the hole. In the night, the hole had frozen around his tail, and his tail broke off. Bear turned around to look at the fish he had caught, and instead he saw his long, lovely tail in the ice. So that is the tale of why all bears have short tails, and at the same time they hate foxes. As we say, that the fox was the only one who succeeded to make the bears lose their tails. This is the story of how the bear lost its tail. Now watch this video.
How Bear Lost His Tail.
Had a tail. It was a very nice tail. He was proud of it. Bear met Bird. He said, "Look at my tail! It's pretty!" Bear met Fox. He said, "Look at my tail! It's long and brown!" Bear talked a lot about his tail. Fox and Bird did not like that. One winter day, Fox had an idea. He went to the lake. He cut a hole in the ice. He caught a lot of fish. Fox put the fish next to the hole. Then he waited. Bear came. Bear saw all the fish. He said, "Fox, where did you get those fish?" Fox said, "I caught them." Fox turned. He put his tail into the hole in the ice. Fox said,
Fish like tails. When they bite mine, I pull them up.
Bear looked at the hole. Then he looked at his tail. Bear asked, Can I try?
Okay,
Said Fox.
but not here. Let's make another hole for you.
Fox went to another part of the lake. The water was not deep there. Fox said,
Here, make a hole here.
Bear made a hole in the ice. Then he put his tail in the hole. Fox said,
Good. Now wait. Don't move. Don't think. Fish can hear you think.
Okay, said Bear. He tried not to think. Fox said,
I will watch the hole. When a fish bites your tail, I will tell you. I will say, Now, Bear, then pull your tail out.
Bear did not answer. He was trying not to think. Fox said,
I will wait behind those trees. Then the fish can't see me.
Fox went behind the trees. Bear did not move. Fox laughed and laughed. Then he ate his fish and went home. That night it snowed a lot. In the morning, Fox woke up. He thought,
Where is Bear? Did he go home?
Fox went to the lake. Fox saw a big white hill. It was Bear. Bear was still sitting by the hole. He was covered with snow. Fox went to Bear. He listened. Fox knew Bear was sleeping under the snow. Fox yelled,
Now, Bear!
Bear jumped up. Snap! Whoosh! Bear turned to the hole. He thought he had a fish. Bear saw his tail. It was frozen in the ice. Bear was very mad. He yelled, Fox, you did this to me! Fox was rolling on the ice. He was laughing and laughing. Bear tried to hit Fox, but Fox just ran away. Today, bears, they do not like foxes. They also make sad noises in the woods. Maybe bears today remember their tails, and that makes them sad.
Now we move to the 3 questions here. How the bear lost its tail? How did the fox catch a fish? What happened to the bear's tail? Why do you think fox wanted to trick bear? Now think, you have 1 minute to go. Hold this video. You can stop it and look at the answers here. Number 1, fox caught a fish with his tail. Number 1. Number 2, what happened to the bear? Bear lost his tail because the lake froze around it, and when he tried to pull it out, it fell off. Number 3, why do you think fox wants to trick bear? Because fox may have played a trick on bear because bear was vain and conceited and wanted the other animals to admire his tail. Thank you for following me. We have come to the end of this video. I think you have benefited a lot from this video. Thank you for following me. Goodbye.